In my last little segment, I was talking about the vine and the branch producing and bearing vital, fundamental things for our lives, and yet so many struggling or hung up about it. But one of the things that was so wonderful for me is the fact that I don't start it and I don't finish it. I came out of a home where my father was alcoholic and abusive, and I had no heart after God. I didn't want God, I wasn't looking for God, and I was on my way to a soccer match. And on my way to a soccer match, the Holy Spirit came, and the Holy Spirit ambushed me. He intercepted my life. He came totally uninvited. I wasn't looking for God, and He came. I had been so hardened by the abuse in my home life that I wouldn't shed a tear. And if my father was to beat me, I wouldn't cry, so I wouldn't give him the delight or the pleasure of knowing it hurt me. But as a teenager, God intercepting my life on the way to the soccer match, He revealed to me, and I could see something in my spirit. God opened my eyes and I saw Jesus dying on the cross for me, and the incredible love that He had for me. And all that hardness just shattered, broke away, and His love came. And so powerfully was His love that I began to cry, and I wept 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 as I sat under the love of God and the conviction of the Holy Spirit. He started it. He began it. It had nothing to do with me. And one of the wonderful things about it is nobody came to me and told me to pray now. Nobody told me that I had to read the Bible. Nobody told me I couldn't fornicate anymore. Nobody told me that. I just fell hopelessly in love with Jesus. He did all the work. And the most wonderful thing is in Ephesians chapter 2, in the Message translation, that paraphrased version, it says this: it is His work from the beginning to the end. All I have to do, all I have to do, all I have to do. I'm Irish, so I don't go on the big words, but I can spell all. And coming to see that, and the revelation of that, is all. All I have to do is trust Him enough to let Him do it in me. He started it. I fell in love with Jesus. Then I had an incredible hunger to follow after Him. An incredible hunger for His Word. An incredible hunger to have intimacy with Jesus and find out this man that intercepted my life on the way to the soccer match. And then I lived in the luxury and the blessing of that. And unfortunately, it wasn't until I learned theology that I started to get into a works program of believing that something now was beginning to be my responsibility, and I had to do this and I had to do something else, and then it becomes things I had to do. And may I honestly declare this: when I knew the least, I experienced the most. And in my next segment, I just want to tell you about what that means, and to be able to be free to walk in Him as the author and the finisher of our faith.